Hey everyone, it's Chris here from Everyday Survival Gear, and today I bring you the review of the CIma CJ02. Outdoors hunting knife, adventure sports knife, whatever you want to call it, or even a survival knife. Maybe a fighting knife. Let's dance. Ha. Alright guys, so the CIma CJ02 was sent to me by GearBest for review. It doesn't have the name on here and I keep on forgetting it. CJ02 doesn't usually go on with what you'd call a knife. Usually a knife would be called like Death Striker or something like that. So yeah, we'll do our usual test. We'll try and baton it through some wood. Hopefully it doesn't break. I don't think it's going to break, it's pretty sturdy. We'll cut down a branch on the lemon tree over there, and we'll also try and sharpen a point from that branch and see how sharp the CIma CJ02 can get it. That's the knife here. We'll run over some specs and I'll show you around the knife. Alright guys, so we'll just run over the specs now. Basically it's a CIma knife, so you can see the branding there, CIma. Pretty much a massive Chinese knife maker. They make some very famous, well-known knives. Their quality is pretty good. It's usually, I should say pretty good, because it's usually very consistent. So if you get one knife that's been built a certain way, the next knife that you buy, if it's the same, it's going to be the same quality. There is no mixed matching in quality. So it's the CIma CJ02. This is the colorful edition. So basically it's probably been like heat treated or something like that. I think that's how they get the coloring. It's full tang. So like obviously with a knife like this, you can pretty much easily see that it's full tang because you can see the body. It's got a wooden handle, so the handle's wooden, it's proper wood. The handle itself is pretty ergonomic. I would have liked it to be the whole width of the knife, just make it feel a little bit better. But it's a good handle. It's got ample amount of grip, and with these grooves here, that gives it a little bit of extra grip. The knife itself is made out of 5CR 15 MOV stainless steel, so it's okay stainless. It's not the best, but the stainless steel quality is reflected in the pricing too. Basically normal price is usually like 18 or 20 US dollars, so it is a pretty cheap knife. You got a bottle opener here, so that can be used as a bottle opener. It's got a hex wrench here. I feel like they didn't really have to add this in, but it's doing no harm there anyway. And also up the top here, it can be used as a rope cutter, so you can see there's a little piece there that can be used as a rope cutter. Basically it's 21 centimeters overall, so 21 centimeters in length. The blade is 9.5 centimeters, which would make the handle 10.5 centimeters, or is that, no, 11.5 centimeters. So the blade is 9.5 centimeters and the handle will be 11.5 centimeters. That was some bad maths there. The edge type is fine. It weighs 167 grams. And basically on the end here, it's got a little lanyard loop where you're meant to put the chain. It's supposed to come with a chain and a sheath. My one didn't actually come with a chain. I'm not sure what happened there, but yeah. And up here it's got jimping, so the jimping's there for extra grip. Obviously you kind of don't want to slip here, because up the top you can hit your thumb if you slip, but the jimping does offer it good grip. And also, you know, with the little thumb grooves here and whatnot, it's a pretty grippy knife overall. Now the blade itself has no thumb groove down here, because that's basically where the hex wrench is. Doesn't make too much of a difference on this knife, because the handle sits pretty much on top of the blade. You can kind of get close enough and leave your thumb or leave your fingers in there, so you know you can choke on it. So you don't really need the choke here, because this cutout here is pretty much big enough for your final work. Alright guys, so before we get started with the actual test, we'll see how sharp it comes. Basically we'll try it like so. So it's cutting it. Yeah, it's okay. I should mention the blade is super thick, so I already know that this is going to pass. But obviously having on a thicker blade, you're kind of not going to be able to do too much finer work that great. You could probably put a finer edge on it, but I wouldn't really waste my time because, you know, it's made for one thing, like outdoors and survival. So you might as well keep it and use it like that. So keep the blade as thick as you can. The actual steel thickness is also super thick. So I don't know, I can't really show you that compared to anything, but like so. So you can see, you know, even just compared to one of my fingers, it's still fairly thick. We'll also try the sheath, which is in my pocket. Haven't shown you guys the sheath yet. Basic sheath. It's got a piece of plastic inside, material woven. It's got little studs here, Velcro. So it attaches by Velcro. I'm honestly not expecting that much, but if it does good, then it's okay. You can fit your belt. It's got a belt loop through the middle. Basically, this is a better idea than the usual belt loop that's Velcro, because this isn't going to break. Alright, so we'll shake it around, go up and down. So you can see it's coming loose, but it's not coming the whole way out. If you fit it in pretty tight and you shake it around like so, it's okay. Slides out and cuts my hand off. Do I get compo? I don't have insurance on this channel. Maybe I should get compo. I can pull it. So with this really tight, it doesn't move at all. So it's actually not that bad. Not the world's best sheath, but not the worst. It does okay. Now instead of me making hand gestures like I'm going to pull you off, let's move on with the review. Alright guys, so basically I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to baton the knife until I've done this part first. So let's try it out and see how it does. You can see I had to go with another knife. I think that was a folding knife to see how it done. This branch is already dead, so we'll try it a little bit further down. Bit dusty that one. I probably should have started this somewhere else, because then I could have actually done it the other way too. That's actually pretty far through now. That's more than halfway. Usually with these smaller knives, it is a little bit harder to try and cut down a branch, so I usually try and go a little bit thinner than this one. But if we get through halfway, I'm pretty happy with that, which it basically is right now. That is easily over halfway. I'm pretty happy with that actually. Alright, so me attacking that big branch is all fun and good, because that's the one that I usually hit. But I actually need a branch to sharpen, so we're going to try on this smaller piece here and see how it does. And there we go. Easy as. That was fairly cruisy, wasn't it? Alright guys, now we'll try and make a point out of this. I'll probably end up fast forwarding this anyway.
It's kind of a little bit awkward to hold because of the way it is. Because of the way that the seatbelt cutter is. It's actually making very light work of this. A lot better than most other knives I've had on here. Pretty cool. That's actually good. I like it. Look at that. It's awesome. That's really good.
Look at that. That's like pencil sharp. That's cool. Yeah. So what can we stab that's around here? Let's go stab it into something. That's really, really good. Look at how good that point is. Alright guys, now we'll just baton this piece of wood. The same wood as I've been using for a while. So we'll see how it does. This should be more dry now. Goes through fairly easy. Try not to wiggle it around way too much. Comes out easy. That's always a bonus. We'll give it another round and see how it does. It's still fine. Gets in fairly easy. This one's stuck a little bit more, but alright guys, now we'll just cut into the lemon and we'll test the sharpness. It looks like a lime, but it's actually a lemon. Yeah, the tree's got a few issues, but yeah, it cuts that fairly easy. You can see the juice there. We'll get out the piece of paper again too. So that's a piece of paper there. We'll see how it cuts. It's a little bit wet from the lemon juice too, but it still cuts it pretty cruisy. Yeah, it cuts it. Easy as. Alright guys, so if I have to say my final thoughts and whatnot, how do I like this knife? It's freaking awesome. Like seriously, it's really, really good. Kind of the jimping is kind of a little bit aggressive. It did kind of hurt my thumb a little bit. I know I'm soft. When you kind of want to do certain movements and hits. So when you kind of want to do certain movements and hits, kind of having the rope cutter here kind of gets in the way, because you might want to cut down a branch or something and then the rope cutter's in the way. That's just the way it is. I don't think it's still a survival knife, but it is a little bit small. So you could see when I was cutting down the branch that it's a little bit harder because you don't have the overall leverage. So it's not that this thing isn't sharp or heavy enough or something. It's not even that heavy anyway. It's only 176 grams, isn't it? 167 grams. It's 167 grams. So it's not that heavy anyway. But basically, kind of like trying to cut down the branch because you don't have the overall leverage. It's a little bit harder. So I would take a bigger hunting knife with me if that's what I wanted to do, if I knew I was going to go on a trek or something like that. But overall, it's more lightweight and compact. It's built very well. It survived all of that. The edge is very, very straight. I'll show you guys now. So you can see there's nothing wrong with the edge. Like under $20 US at GearBest. I'll leave the link in the description and you can check it out. Seriously, you can't go wrong. Alright guys, this has been Chris bringing you the review of the CIma CJ02. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching guys. Alright guys, I haven't been doing this test, but you can have a little bit of bonus footage of the throwing knives, because now I've got too much wood from IKEA. So let's see if I can make it stick. Oh, that one went in there, but it didn't stick. It's looking a tad dirty now, isn't it? Go. That was a very, very good shot actually. Not bad, huh? It's getting really, really dark, but I had to practice my throw knife skills. That's how dirty it is. And look, it's still straight. You know what? This is going to be part of my throwing knife collection now. That's awesome. Does such a good job. Makes me look like a pro.